يعني I want to say that mixing is fitna, because the lady will behave in a certain way, the man will behave in a certain way, and shaitan know his business. نعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protected us and protected the family and protected women and men by not permitting this. وإذا أردتم منهن متاعا فخاطبوهن من وراء حجاب. If you want anything from them, talk to them behind curtain, behind hijab. And even behind the hijab, ولا تخضعن بالقول. Don't talk in a way small this or isn't it effect or not? So the man will hear this, he will think that she is feeling something towards him, and shaitan will grow this, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala know only where can they reach. So we have to fear Allah all the time. Okay? So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam told us that we have to be very careful. Also he said, الدنيا متاع وخير متاعها المرأة الصالحة إن نظر إليها سرت وإن أمرها أطاعت وإن غاب عنها حفظته في نفسها وماله. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said that الدنيا, you know dunya, this life, this world, متاع, enjoyment. And the best enjoyment in this dunya is the pious wife. The pious wife. And inshallah we are all the pious wives. إن نظر إليها سرت. When the husband look at her, you know, she has peace in mind. She look back at him with a nice smile, to give him relax from the difficulty and the problems he is facing in his life, in his job. She look back at him with a peaceful smile. إذا نظر إليها سرت. When he look at her, she make him feel happy. وإن أمرها أطاعت. When he order her, she obeys. She say, all right, yes, you are welcome, inshallah, I'll do whatever you want from me. وإن غاب عنها حفظته في نفسها وماله. And if he is not there, she protect him. How? في نفسها, she keep herself only for him. وماله, his wealth, he travel, he live with her his wealth, he live with her his house, he live with her his checkbooks, which both of them they can sign. She know really the pious woman, why not the husband? He will leave everything. He trusts her more than himself. I am saying this from knowledge. Many husbands trust their wives more than themselves, because maybe it will be lost from me, please keep it with you. Signature in my accounts in the bank, you sign with me also, because if I am not around or anything, you can manage. So because he is certain she will not use his wealth in a way he will not like. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said the best enjoyment in life is that pious wife whom when he look at her, she give him pleasure, and when he order her, she obeys him, and when he is absent, she keep for him, she protects for him herself and his wealth. والبنين, of course, alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us the children. This is from the shawat. Everyone wish to have children. Some people has the children to bring them up to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Some have the children to be proud. I have so many boys and have so many daughters and this and that. So, but the believer, why he want more children? To be worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, تزوجوا الودود الولود فإني مكاثر بكم الأمم يوم القيامة. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, marry الودود. Wadud means, wadud, even Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, wadud means who love, who is loving type. Life, socially, she love people, she is loving type. Al-walud, who is able to become pregnant, to have babies. فإني مكاثر بكم الأمم يوم القيامة, because in يوم القيامة I'll be proud of your great number in front of other nations. يعني Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam encouraging the Muslims, male and female, to marry, to have children. Not, you know, the intention in Islam, we do not marry to enjoy sexual relation. We marry to give birth to more children who will be worshipping Allah, who will live fi sabilillah, and who will die fi sabilillah. This intention should be in mind. Because I read also some fatwa for some people They were asking about family planning. Then the answer for the fatwa, then why did you marry? The marriage is, of course, to protect the person from falling into sin, but also to bring this generation who will worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this also reminds us that our duty towards our children to bring them up by ourselves, not to depend on the school. The school will not give the contrary now. As you know, in the schools, the children will be affected by bad habits and by bad behavior. But it is the duty of the parents. And as we know, when we die, إذا مات المسلم, when a Muslim die, his amal will stop except from three sources. One of these three sources, ابن صالح يدعو له, a pious son or daughter who is making dua for him. Ya Allah, forgive my father. Ya Allah, forgive my mother. Maybe he will go specially for Hajj and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to put the reward for this Hajj in his father account or in his mother, or he will give sadaqah, or he will do any good deeds and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give the reward for his father or his mother. So we should remember that towards our children. And also حب الخيل, people bring have horses. Khayl means horses. Some people bringing horses and growing horses to prepare it for jihad fi sabilillah. These are rewarded for that. Some people bring horses and grow horses to be proud. I have so many horses. Those are showing off. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala do not like this attitude. Wal-harth means the plantation. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, خير مال امرئ له مهرة مأمورة, means best thing for a man to have muhr, means a female horse which will be giving always birth to other horses. أو سكة مأبورة means trees already what you say, fruiting, but they put fertilized date trees. Then after that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, after he showed and mentioned the things which people are attracted with, he said ذلك متاع الحياة الدنيا. All these are the enjoyment only for حياة الدنيا. And as you see and as you remember, الدنيا, dunya means the worst, the less. When there are two things, you take one and give me one, you give me the worst, I say you give me dunya. You are taking the best and you give me al-adna, means the worst. So at dunya, it is nothing. We should not be fooled by dunya. We should not sell our akhirah and buy dunya. Because if we sell akhirah and buy dunya, this means we sold paradise and we bought hellfire. This dunya is to remember Allah and to live for Allah. This does not mean to sit in your house and lock your door and fast and pray and that is all. No, you go and mix with the people, but to be light between the people, light them to the way, lead them to the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. To be light as Qur'an, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said Qur'an, Nur, لَقَدْ جَاءَكُم مِّنَ اللَّهِ نُورٌ وَكِتَابٌ مُبِينٌ. You have got from Allah nur, light, وَكِتَابٌ مُبِينٌ, a clear book, يهدي به الله من اتبع رضوانه سبل السلام ويخرجهم and take them out من الظلمات إلى النور, and take them out from darkness to the light. And also from the things Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has prepared to the people